last in a second. Gonna be 3 hobbies, 5 breakers, and 2 sapphires. All right. That's it. 5 breakers, 2 sapphires, and then we have the 3 hobbies you can see in the corner here. Since we have so many breakers of lights, we'll start with a breaker to light, 3 autographs and breakers to light. Good luck to everybody. Teamless on the right, overhead camera, bottom left-hand corner. And let's get rolling. We have Connor Harrell on the X-Fractor to start us off. We have Ashton Daniels. Got Connor Harrell on the black and yellow. Yeah, 19 out of 24 going to go to UNC. I believe that's going to go to Kevin Clabo. We got Nico on the Breakers the Light. The exclusive. Have Dominic Lovett, 212 out of 399 on the purple. Jeremiah Cooper. 67 out of 275 for Iowa State. Go to Eric on the Aqua Mini Diamonds. We got the Big Kahuna, Noah Fafita. Arizona. I believe Brian Thomas closed with Arizona, right? No, JD did. So that closer's luck, JD Brewer. Have Ethan Burke on the Breakers of Light for Texas. Hey, how are you doing, Brian and Caleb? We're going to have Jeremiah Love on the base autograph. Yeah, Mark Fletcher Jr. for the Miami Hurricanes, 41 out of 99 for the U. And that's going to start us off. We're going to do a second Breakers of Light since there's 5 of them. Get Sean Atkins for USF. Montrell Johnson Jr. Malachi Starks. Antario Brown. Northern Illinois. Nick Scorton on the Aqua. The 80 out of 299. We have Ruben Bain Jr. 273 out of 375. I have the 8 out of 10 Mason Taylor, Rambling Man. That's going to go to Billy on the black. That should be a first-round pick if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have LaShawn Williams, running back, Iowa, on the Breakers Delight exclusive auto. We're going to have a 25 out of 25 Rambling Man Orange, Luther Burden III. Going to Mizzou. That's going to go to Michael Nolan. Nice hit there, buddy. Michael. And for Clemson, we have Barrett Carter. Hobby box here. We're going to have Junkins to start us off. Evans. Will Johnson, Barnes, Maeva. Maeva. Hallman. Jaquez Moore. The X-Fractor, Powell, Ryland, Castellanos, Campbell, Mandy. We have Childs, Rocco Brecht, Squirrel, White. There we go. Ashton Genty finally gets something numbered to his. 46 out of 375 on the purple mini diamonds. For Boise State. I was a Genty doubter until I watched him run against Penn State. I know they lost, but that man has like the best balance I've seen in a college running back in a long time. We have Glover, Manjack the fourth, Jenkins, Steve Angeli. For Notre Dame. On the base autograph. We have Jacoby George, Kyle Williams, Barnes, Fletcher Jr., Ryan Williams, Cooley, Montrell Johnson Jr., C.J. Baxter, Devin Neal, Nelson Owens, Isaiah Bond. 9 out of 50 on the gold. He looked really good in the game they played. Going to JD. I believe that's who has them. We have Donovan Smith, Thompson, Singleton, Gabriel, Parrish, Bernard, McMillan, Cooper, Pierce Jr., Anderson, Maffa, Eugene Wilson, DJU, Logan Diggs, Dorian Singer, and Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Singer is a 2 out of 99. We have TJ Harden, Nico Jordan James, Walker, Vatiato, Taylor, Johnson Jr., Makuba, Perkins Jr. Farouk. We're going to have Antoine Powell Ryland on the 90 out of 125 on the Fuchsia Mini Diamonds. Magenta Mini Diamonds. I think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be successful in the NFL, to be honest. We have Jamal Haynes, Taj Brooks Martin, Riley Leonard, Ennis, Ward, Restrepo, Cook, Arnold, Brown, York, Cam Ward, Sampson, Ross Simmons, Hall, Hampton, Lawson, Graham, and Fields. He runs hard. He can catch out of the backfield. I just think he's so damn slow that, like, you're not breaking arm. Like, there's in the NFL, there's not a lot of arm tackling. Like, and all the other dudes are grown men. Like, Scattaboo is literally like a grown man playing against, like, not high schoolers, but guys that aren't, like, crazy. Like, I wouldn't look at Texas and be like, damn, their front seven is so good. Like, Texas doesn't really have a linebacker that's a thumper, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not even saying, like, a guy like a Landon Roberts is going to light up Scattaboo. Let alone you get a guy like Roquan Smith or a thumper like Fred Warner. Like, those dudes are going to eat that slow motherfucker alive, period. There's a reason why guys like Peyton Hillis aren't successful past, like, a season or two. They figure out what their tendencies are, where it's easy to tackle them at, and they're toast because they're not athletic enough to break away from anybody. We have Seth Hennigan for the Purple Shimmer. But Taysom Hill's fast. I was going to say, the difference is Taysom. Let me look up Taysom Hill's 40 time. Taysom Hill runs a 4.440. Like, y'all are acting like Scattaboo probably runs a 4.740 like he's a fucking pull-in left guard. Like, everyone's like, oh, he's like Taysom. Taysom Hill is a fef. Taysom Hill's like my size, like 6'3", 6'4", but he runs a 4.4 fucking 40. He's like a linebacker. Scattaboo's not a freak athlete. Like, he's a power back. He's like a smaller Mike Allstott. We have C.J. Baxter, Lackey, KJ Jefferson. And I don't think, like, I love Mike Allstott. One of my favorite players all time. I don't think Mike Allstott would be successful in this era of football. Just like I don't think Jerome Bettis would be a successful running back in this era of football. They're too slow. The game has evolved so much. There's so many freaks on defense. Like, there was dudes like Luke Kuechly that wasn't even a big linebacker that was an absolute thumper. Like, just freaks. Like, think about, like, Ryan Shazier obviously got hurt, but Ryan Shazier was like 6'2", 235, and ran a 4.3 40. Like, they didn't make linebackers like that when these dudes played football. It's why you go look at some of the old, like, it's why, like, Barry Sanders would still be successful in this version of NFL because he would probably be closer to what Marshall Faulk was, or like what Alvin Kamara is. But, like, you go watch Barry Sanders run. Some of the dudes on the defense are fucking unathletic. Like, he wouldn't be able to break 8 dudes' ankles behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's just my personal opinion. Like, the athleticism in the league is so much better than it was. That Scadaboo in a different era would be successful. I don't think he'll be successful in this era of football. We have Nick Anderson, Nussmeier. It's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. You can prove me wrong. But we have Marcel Reed, ETN, DJ Ukulele. Speaking of Scadaboo, Keeley, Marks, Williams, Harrell, Dotson, Starks, Prather, and Martinez. Because even with Genty, I thought Genty was slower than what Genty is because Genty does not look fast when he runs, but apparently he runs a 4.3, 3.45, a high 4.3 40. I thought he ran like a 4.4. I don't think Genty would be successful running a 4.4. Like, he has to run that 4.3, somewhere in the middle of 4.3s to be successful. Now, like I said, that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean my opinion is correct. I just think that's kind of where he'll be at. Now, do I think he could be like a dude that comes in the game in the red zone and pounds out the rock? Of course. Like, I think he could have a role, but I don't think he can be the every down featured back that people think he can be. Like, I don't think you can. Let's put it this way. Najee Harris is a better version of what Scadaboo will be, and people hate Najee Harris, if that makes sense. Like, Scadaboo's ceiling is what Najee Harris is right now. Now, I think Najee's great for what the Steelers are, but I don't think Najee fit. Well, that's a lie. On a good offensive line, Najee probably racks up 1,500 yards the last 4 years, if I'm being honest. But Najee's also a freak athlete. He's like 6'2", 240 pounds, and doesn't get injured. He doesn't fumble either. He doesn't fumble at all. The guy's put the ball on the ground 3 times in 4 seasons, carrying the ball over 1,000 times. Like, they don't make running backs like they make like Najee. So, like, on the right team, I guess Scadaboo could be successful, but you're going to need a good offensive line. But I do think you could have a role like a Jamal Williams type role where or David Montgomery where he's getting the ball near the goal line and scoring touchdowns. Like a LeGarrette Blount type role. There you go. I was trying to think of a guy that actually was like a goal line specialist. Brew McCoy on the refractor. We're going to have Will Campbell. His quote was funny on the black and white. 46 out of 48. Now, don't get me wrong. I like watching him play. I just think, like, I'm just giving an honest opinion. Like, I want him to be successful. And unless he ends up being like a Baltimore Raven, then fuck him. But like, I think he could be like a great guy in like the 49ers or like the 49ers where they have Christian McCaffrey so they can take off some of the workload of Christian McCaffrey. We have Mason Taylor for LSU out of 24 on the black and gold. Drew Allar, 353 out of 399. He's proved me wrong all year because I thought he was a bust. 5-star recruit coming out of high school, supposed to be like a top 5 quarterback. A guy that's supposed to change Penn State, make them able to throw the football, and he's done that this year. Mike, go break with Filth Bomb. Leave me alone. We have 106 out of 150. I see you over there. Leave the Orioles open in my group for 3 days. This dude over here dropping that big money in Filth Bomb. We have Corey Kiner. I didn't even know you were still in the group, to be honest. You have been in so little breaks. We have Eugene Wilson III on 78 out of 199. I remember I used to have people crying to me about Let me know when that Mike Fickey guy doesn't take the Orioles so I can get in a break. I'm going to have Luminaries, but I bet you won't hop in my Luminaries mixer tomorrow. We have Will Howard. If you would have took the Orioles, it probably would have snowballed the other day, and then I could have broke Luminaries tonight. We have Will Howard on the HTA Breakers the Light. Byram Brown, freak athlete. $29 out of $299. I'm surprised you're even showing your face in a college football break with the way Alabama got smoked the last 2 games they played. Roll Tide. Yeah, Byron Brown. The refractor. Walker White for Auburn. I think he'll be the starting quarterback next year. I pulled it, Brian, to send it away for grading. And Mike, I have to give you shit because it wouldn't be any fun. I will say you should be doing sleepers by agent stuff and getting people. Who's gonna bitch about you again? I just, speaking of grading, I wish PSA would get their head out of their fucking asses. They updated their GUI and everything's all fucked up now. I have like 12 orders there and like the dates for completion have changed, so I don't know when the fuck the original dates were. I'm working on the graphic for the start a buy sell trade group and grading and buy sell trade group. And when I push this grading, I'm gonna let you know right now. One of the things on the sheet of paper is going to be you will not ask me about whether or not your shit's fucking moving through PSA system or not. It is. I'm not keeping your fucking cards. I don't give a shit about your. I mean, I care about your cards to get good grades, but I don't care enough to fucking try to steal or keep your fucking cards. I can't help it. PSA slow. Sometimes PSA will get your shit back in a day. Sometimes PSA will take for fucking ever. I hate it. I fucking hate PSA. I mean, I don't mind PSA. I just hate that it's like not consistent. But SGC sucks ass, so there's not an alternative. And no one wants to put any sports cards through CGC. Pokemon people will use CGC, but sports guys won't. We have Baldwin, Horton, Edwards, Parrish, Mullins, Johnson, Prather, Pierce Jr., Blackie, KJ Jefferson, Nico, DJU, Vatiato, Taylor. We're going to have Ollie Gordon II, Gabriel, Etienne. We have Taj Brooks, Martin, Jennings, Williams, Marcel Reed, Drones, Sorsby, Boone, Riley Leonard, Etienne, Childs, Lacey, Keene, Evan Stewart, 231 out of 299 for Oregon. On the refractor. Man, Oregon got their shit fucking pounded in. Whew. That was a certified ass whooping. We have Glover, Moore, Daniels, Martinez, George, Maccabee, Johnson, Donovan Smith, Ryan Williams, Mitchell, Hennigan, Burden III, Neal, Rogers, Salter, TJ Harden, and Donovan Smith. On the Aqua Mini Diamonds, 115 out of 275. We're going to have Tyler Van Dyke, Williams, Carnell Tate, Ennis, Watts, Green. 46 out of 150 on the Omarion Hampton for UNC Path to Glory. On the Magenta, we have Scattaboo, Golden, Bryant, Childs, Harrell, Hoover, Bolden. We're going to have Neal, Martinez, Paulin, Gordon II, Burke, Walker, Atkins, Ricky White III, Tez Johnson, and Hayes. Tez Johnson on the color match green shimmer. 89 out of 99. This dude's fucking fast. He ran that streak past one of the Penn State cornerbacks and had him by like, or one of the Ohio State cornerbacks and had to do by like 15 yards and came up limp. We have Will Howard, Angeli, Fafita, Arnold, Sanders, Finley, Alar. We got Sampson, Fletcher Jr., Prather, Aguilar, Lawson, Fafita, Williams, DJU on the 92 out of 299 on the Aqua. We'll go back to NFL for football tomorrow. We have CJ Baxter, Hampton, Delp, Jacoby George, 8 out of 50 on the gold for Miami. We got Barnes, Tez Johnson, Will Shepard, Diggs, and Powell Ryland. And let's get into it. Breakers the Light. We have Will Pauling on the X-Fractor. Got Khalil Barnes on the refractor for Clemson. Francisco Maui-Goa. Ruben Owens, Texas A&M. On the 31 out of 48 black and white. We have Dominic Lovett. For Georgia. I'm surprised John Clark didn't jump all over Georgia. Did he end up with Georgia anyway? Normally, Georgia, there's like 4 people trying to beat each other up for Georgia. Well, they lose a couple games, nobody likes Georgia anymore. Surprised they I mean, I don't think they lose to Notre Dame if the game doesn't need to get rescheduled for that tragedy, but Philip Lemons took Georgia this time. We have Cole Pennington on the Aqua. Marshall, 206 out of 299. And you have Ty Thompson. Purple Mini Diamonds. Tulane. AAC, American Conference. We have Luther Burden III from Mizzou. You sit there. Should be a first rounder. We have Dylan Thieneman. Purdue safety. 72 out of 299 on the refractor. The all other Big Ten. And then we got Tyler Van Dyke. I believe former Miami quarterback, right? Wisconsin. On the autograph. Into a Sapphire edition box. All right, let's get rolling. We have Isaiah Bond. Montrell Johnson Jr., 1 out of 50 for Florida. On the Sapphire. Montrell Johnson Jr. again. Kyle Williams. And, Antario Brown. Carson Beck. Owens. Cooley. Shager, Quentin Cooley again for Liberty, 29 out of 75 on the yellow. We have Singleton, Nelson, Carnell Tate, Maui-Goa, McMillan, Ty Thompson, Hemby, Cole Pennington, 24 out of 50. Yeah, Maffa, Bernard, Higgins, Love, Logan Diggs, Nick Anderson, Austin Mack, We have Danny Dennis Sutton, 4 out of 25 for Penn State on the orange Sapphire. And that's going to go to Caleb Ward. The end, we got Jordan James, Drones, Singer, Owens, Burden the third, and Caleb Johnson. I'm curious to see where Connor Harrell ends up out of the portal. Because, like, I would have never guessed that like a guy like Kyle McCord would go to Syracuse and then set the ACC record or whatever. Yeah, this guy isn't he in the portal? Didn't he declare in the portal? We have Hampton, Delp, Singleton, Igbenishon, Johnson, Will Shepard, Delp. We're going to have Johnson Jr., Boone, Riley Leonard, Baxter, Moore, Harold, Keene, Acropolis, Riley Leonard, Morrison, Lacey, and Angeli, Horn Jr., Brady Cook, Moore, Daniels, McMillan, Lovett, Mitchell, Hennigan, Michael Williams for Georgia. 98 out of 299 on the Aqua. I have to double check, Brian. I'm pretty sure I have it or it's at the shop. I think I put it in a PSA order, but I'll double check. I know we were talking about it. Christmas got caught up and I didn't double check, if I'm being honest. We have Sawchuck, Will Rogers, Salter, Martinez, Zeno, Baldwin, Horton, Dart, Stewart, Mullins, Johnson, Luke Lackey, Thieneman, Lackey again, KJ Jefferson, Nicholas Martin for Oklahoma State. We have Ashton Genty, Maccabee, Johnson, Tez Johnson, Danke, Vatiato, Taylor, Etienne, Daniels, Brooks, Martin, Devin Neal, Walker White, Williams, Marcel Reed, Etienne, Wilson III, Keeley, Marks, Mello Dotson on the blue mini diamonds. That's going to be a 104 out of 175. And we have DJ Lagway, Dotson, Starks, KJ Jefferson for UCF. 152 out of 299. He was the quarterback at Texas A&M, wasn't he? That was a refractor, so out of 299. Cade Klubnik, Harden, Nico Bernard, Jackson Dart, Perkins Jr., Farouk Moore, Ashton Daniels, Ward Restrepo, Dominic Lovett, Georgia. We have Shapen, Brown, York, Brady Cook, McCoy, Ross Simmons, Hall, Daniels, Ward, Graham, Fields, James, Cooper, Junkins, Evans. We had Jarquez, Hunter, and then we got Austin Mack. 264 to 275. We'll see if Austin Mack ends up being the starter next year, since Milroe is declaring for the draft. I think he announced that today, right? Or was it yesterday? So with him announcing for the draft, I think Austin Mack's the next guy in line. So let's see if he ends up being the guy or not. Doesn't mean they can't get a transfer portal guy to come in and be the starter. Because God only knows that's how college football works now. So. We have Cam Scatabo, X-Fractor, Big 12 All Other. We have Jackson Dart on the refractor, TJ Harden, Carnell Tate. We have Tyleek Williams for Ohio State on the gold. We have Brendan Sorsby, 376 out of 399 on the purple. We have Mello Dotson for Kansas, going to go to Frank, 30 out of 150 on the magenta. Derek Moore on the Breakers of Light. Exclusive auto for Michigan and Joe Neckel. Then we have Omarion Hampton for UNC on the base autograph. We're going to have Brett Gabbert, Miami of Ohio. Following the footsteps of Big Ben. Let's get into the Sapphire box. right. We have Walker White. C.J. Baxter for Texas. Base autograph. I have Farouk, T.J. Harding, Lagway, Eugene Wilson III, Restrepo, Perkins Jr., Baxter, Lawson, Williams, Marcel Reed, Bryson Barnes. We're going to have Trayshawn Ward, 1/5 on the red. On the Boston College and J Red. We got Keeley and Marks. Aiden Childs, Powell Ryland, Dotson, Starks. We're going to have Glover. Xavier Restrepo, 15/25 on the orange. A little bonus auto here in the Sapphire. TJ Harden, Nico, Ryan Williams, George, Perkins, Farouk, Devin Neal, Davison, Igbenison, on the yellow Sapphire, 3/75 for Ohio State. Trayshawn Ward and Restrepo to wrap it up. And that's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all. As always, let's do a quick recap of the hits. We have Davison, Igbenison, Dotson on the magenta, Sorsby on the purple, Williams on the gold, Scattaboo on the X-Fractor, Austin Mack on the Aqua Mini Diamonds, Mellow Dotson on the blue Mini Diamonds, the orange Shimmer, Martin Williams on the Aqua. We're going to have the gold Pennington on the Sapphire, Cooley on the yellow Sapphire, Johnson Jr. on the gold Sapphire, Ty Thompson for Tulane on the purple Mini Diamonds, Cole Pennington on the Aqua. We have Dominic Lovett on the blue, Ruben Owens on the black and white, DJU on the Aqua, Tej Johnson on the green Shimmer, Path to Glory on Marion Hampton on the magenta, Harden on the Aqua Mini Diamonds, the blue Eugene Wilson III, Kiner on the magenta, Alar on the purple, Taylor out of 24 on the black and gold, Campbell on the black and white out of 48. We have Hennigan on the blue Shimmer, Powell Ryland on the magenta Mini Diamonds, the Aqua Singer, Genting on the purple Mini Diamonds, Scorton on the Aqua, purple Mini Diamonds, Bain Jr., Cooper on the Aqua Mini Diamonds, Lovett on the purple, and Nico on the Breakers of Light exclusive. Getting into some autographs, we have Gabbard on the base, Moore on the Breakers of Light exclusive, Lovett on the base, KJ Jefferson on a refractor, Van Dyke on the base, Thieneman on the refractor, Evan Stewart on the refractor, Walker White on the base, Byram Brown on the refractor, Angeli on the base, Carter on the base, and LaShawn Williams on the Breakers of Light exclusive. Bring into the hit board. We have Connor Harrell out of 24 on the black and gold, Ward on the red Sapphire, Burden the third on the Breakers of Light exclusive, Mark Fletcher Jr. on the green. We have Will Howard on the Breakers of the Light exclusive, Burden the third on the orange Rambling Man, the Big Kahuna Fafita. We have George on the gold, Restrepo on the orange Sapphire, Hampton on the base, Isaiah Bond on the gold. We have Love on the base, Baxter on the Sapphire. We're going to have Mason Taylor out of 10 on the black Rambling Man. We have Danny Dennis Sutton on the orange Sapphire. Then Ethan Burke on the Breakers of Light exclusive autograph. That's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. Like I said, for football, we'll switch it up to an NFL break. then the next one, and then we'll go back to college once before the NFL break. I appreciate y'all as always. Congratulations to the hitters. For those that didn't hit, hopefully a better luck next time. I will catch y'all tomorrow. You guys have a good night and be safe. As always, I really appreciate y'all.